Have you ever wondered what happened to every missing SML character? Obviously, this isn't all of them, but I'm gonna briefly talk about every character I've talked about in previous videos that once disappeared, so you'll know where they all went. Starting off with Roy, who used to be the coolest kid in school until PJ Crenshaw took the spotlight.
PJ Crenshaw?
Hey, get out of my seat.
But this is my seat!
Not anymore. It's PJ's seat now. Ladies, you can stay.
But ladies, I'm cool!
You're not cool anymore!
And when people saw how nice PJ Crenshaw was to everyone, unlike Roy, people liked PJ better, which made Roy jealous of PJ Crenshaw and challenged him to a cool-off, and whoever was the loser had to leave town and never come back. Unfortunately for Roy, he lost, which meant that Roy had to leave the town of Pensacola, but before Roy leaves, PJ tries to be nice and gives him advice to go wherever a girl will pay for him.
Hey.
Yeah?
Time to get stepping.
Do I really have to go?
Yeah, this town ain't big enough for two cool kids.
But where am I supposed to go?
Wherever a girl'll pay for you.
But what if no girl will pay for me?
Don't worry, man. They'll pay for you.
Which, you know, is a joke. Please no one think that this is to be cool, but PJ also tells him to keep his head up. And the two main cities where Roy could have gone to are Destin and Gulf Breeze. Based on distance alone, Gulf Breeze is the closest town next to Pensacola, and because of that, Roy could have gone there, as Pensacola and Gold Breeze are separated by the 7.3-mile-long Pensacola Bay Bridge. However, because PJ told Roy to go wherever a girl would pay for him, he could have gone to the more wealthy city of Destin, as it's more of a tourist city, and Destin would be the best location based on distance and how many tourists would think that Roy is apparently the coolest kid in town. But there's also another city he could have gone to, which is Miami, and there's some evidence that he might be there because the Super Bowl that he went to for free took place in Miami and is near Pensacola. Next, what happened to Phoebe? Well, here's her story.
Phoebe!
Using as much information as we could to get out of her few appearances. On August 21st, 2004, she was born as an identical twin to Jeffy, to their parents Jacques-Pierre Francois and Nancy in Paris, France. And she was born with the same conditions and defects that her brother Jeffy has. And my theory is that it seems like Nancy kept custody of Phoebe and Jeffy but abused them, as shown in SML movie Jeffy's Parents. And since they weren't sent to school, they learned English by watching TV, and each new word they learned was immediately added to their diaper language, which was a way to communicate, which they learned probably through countless hours of practice. Which they could have used when Nancy was nearby and used their diaper language to warn each other and also talk about things. And this time estimate brings us to the unfortunate year of 2015, as in late 2015, maybe in November, in the flashback, in Jeffy's Sister Returns, we see what truly happened to Phoebe.
Whee!
Alright, Phoebe, I'm gonna let go now, okay?
Okay, go, go, go!
Oh, Phoebe! No! Stop! Phoebe! Phoebe, are you okay? Phoebe! Wake up, Phoebe!
Next, let's talk about Woody and where he went after SML movie The Asteroid, which was more than 5 years ago. His disappearance could be because of the cease and desist letter that Logan, the creator of SML, received, which scared him from using any branded characters because obviously Woody isn't Nintendo, but still he's owned by a brand. However, it seems like Logan is slowly reintroducing those characters to videos, as Shrek and Woody were seen in SML movie Shrek's Endless Cheesecake. But where was Woody for all this time? Well, I'm assuming he could have gone into retirement, as he came out of retirement in SML movie The Attack of the Killer Shrimp.
Well, you see, there's a shrimp going around.
I've seen it!
Well, is there any way you can stop?
I'm retired, Mario!
But after the events of the asteroid, he might have finally retired for good or moved away. We could also look at Woody's backstory to get a better understanding of where he could have gone. So far, we do know that Woody was born in the 1950s, raised in Texas, and eventually became a famous shrimp hunter who traveled all over the country in search of them. But in the early 2000s, Woody moved to Pensacola, owned a local pet shop, and met Tony the Tiger and Mr. Pig there, who later got adopted by Mario. But the reason he could have left his family and friends could be because he's a famous shrimp hunter and might have actually wiped out every living shrimp in Pensacola, which could mean that he's probably going around the country killing off more shrimp like in the old days, and then he could sell them and make that into a business where he feeds people through killing shrimp. And Woody's disappearance also might have been due to his hobby of watching NASCAR. And there was a race that took place in 2018 at the Texas Motor Speedway, coincidentally the same year Woody disappeared. But Woody could have also been kicked out of Mario's house because the state of Florida only allows 2 people per bedroom in a house. And it's possible that Mario had too many people, and so Mario's landlord, Goodman, could have forced Mario to kick people out. Next, what happened to Mr. Winkle after the events of SML movie Five Nights at Freddy's 3? Mr. Winkle was portraying William Afton from the Five Nights at Freddy's video game series.
Hey there.
Mr. Winkle!
Listen.
And to summarize the backstory of William Afton and Mr. Winkle, basically Mr. Winkle was one of the owners of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, but since he didn't get any hugs from the children, he got angry, put on his yellow bunny suit, and when the children still didn't want to hug him, Mr. Winkle killed them and hid their bodies inside the other animatronics. However, the suit that Mr. Winkle had on was a spring lock suit, which is a special animatronic that can be used both as an animatronic and a suit, and the suit basically locked on him while he was still inside of it, trapping his body, and he slowly died. But according to the games, the suit with Mr. Winkle or William Afton inside was left behind, and eventually 30 years later an amusement park wanted to make a horror attraction called Fazbear's Fright and brought William Afton's or Mr. Winkle's suit to the attraction. And that leads us to SML movie Five Nights at Freddy's 3, where Brooklyn Guy takes Junior, Joseph, and Cody to this horror attraction, and they're unaware that Springtrap is gonna kill them.
What's that? Ah, it's the guy from the vent! He got out!
Stay back, I'm a cop!
And Mr. Winkle tells them the story of what he did to those kids and then tries to kill Brooklyn Guy and Junior. But Foxy comes back and hits Mr. Winkle with a skateboard, saving them.
Wait, kid, do you hear a skateboard?
I do hear a skateboard!
It's Foxy! Yeah, get him, Foxy!
Wait, is Foxy good?
Oh yeah, he's awesome. Hey, Foxy, can you get us out of here? Thanks.
Thanks so much for saving us, Foxy.
But now we know that he was just gone for a very, very long time, because he was gone for a long time before SML movie Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and now he's slowly starting to come back, as we saw in the Cody Goes to Kindergarten series, which could show that Mr. Winkle is coming back to do more evil against these kids. But where is Harry? Which is actually an interesting one, because it might be a fourth wall break, or it might actually be an in-universe explanation. Well, the thing is, we all know that Harry is a clone of Cody, with the only difference being that he's British, and he only appeared in 2020 and was played by Lance. And the real life reason for this is that Poobie stopped filming in person with the SML crew because of the virus and out of concern for his own well-being and his parents, and he only decided to do FaceTiming for when they filmed. And so my theory is that Harry probably realized how low the level of education is at YUDM Elementary School, and so he moved back to England to have his education match his level, because he probably went to a much smarter school back there. Or it's also possible that Harry went back to England to become a famous scientist because of his crazy inventions. And in SML movie Cody Meets Harry, he made a cure for cancer, which is probably making him famous by now, and he's off making the world futuristic in the SML universe.
Yes! I think I've done it! Mother, I found the cure for cancer!
And there was a fourth wall break where Junior wondered what happened to Harry, and it cuts to Pablo where he says, "You'll never know."
I don't know. Whatever happened to that hairy guy?
You'll never know.
So it's plausible that there's a fourth wall break and in-universe explanation that Pablo, who is canon to the SML universe apparently, was the one who hid or killed Harry so that Cody could come back. But what happened to Jeffy's dog? My theory is that Jeffy's dog could have actually passed away because Jeffy didn't take care of him properly, which led to both his hamster and his dog almost getting killed. For example, in SML movie Jeffy's Bad Dog, when Jeffy cleaned his room so that he could get chocolate cake, he accidentally left it in the open near his dog, and after Jeffy and Mario return from the kitchen, they see Jeffy's cake gone and they assume his dog ate it.
Daddy, where's my chocolate cake? Did you eat it? Well, no, Jeffy, I couldn't have ate it. I was with you the whole time. Oh no, Jeffy, I think your dog might have ate the chocolate cake.
However, dogs can't eat chocolate or they can get extremely sick and possibly die. So with this, we know that Jeffy's dog has literally died before, and with this behavior continuing, it could possibly happen again. However, another side theory is that Marvin could have given him away because they couldn't really take care of him, as shown by the chocolate cake. And evidence of this can be seen in SML movie Mr. Goodman's Dog, where Marvin is shown trying to give him away to Goodman because he lost Mr. Goodman's dog while having to take care of it.
Where's Prince Charles at?
He's right here.
That is not Prince Charles. Where's my Prince Charles?
Okay, look, he's on his way to the...
Which proves that Marvin was trying to get rid of him anyway, probably because he's paralyzed and couldn't do anything with the dog, which is really sad to see a paralyzed dog be given away, but honestly, Jeffy wasn't really taking care of him, so hopefully he'll go to a good home. However, a real life reason for Jeffy's dog not appearing is because Tito, who voices him, has been absent in SML for a long time, and it could be for some in real life reasons that I'm not sure of because obviously I don't know the situation, like maybe he's busy with his other channel Tito Totter or with other stuff outside of YouTube. I'm not 100% sure. But what about Jeffy's clone, Scooter, where he made his final appearance in SML movie Jeffy's Yes Day, and Scooter is actually his clone, not his brother like some people might think, because in SML movie Jeffy's Clone, Cody makes a cloning machine, and after Jeffy uses it, another version of Jeffy comes out who would later be known as Scooter.
Hey, my name's Jeffy. And done. All right, Scooter. Now your name's on your shirt so you won't forget who you are.
I'm Scooter!
And Scooter never actually lived with Jeffy. He's really just Jeffy's friend who comes over from time to time. And a real life reason for Scooter not appearing in recent SML videos could be because the voice actor for Scooter, Matthew, hasn't really done much for SML recently and might have had problems with them in the past. However, I don't claim to know anything. But where's Scooter? Well, my first theory is that Scooter could have gone off to work for a charity or started a thing where he gives away money to people in need, which is shown in SML movie Rich Scooter, where Scooter is seen giving people options to either take $40,000 or scooters.
Hey, did I hear somebody say something about free scooters?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I can get my son this for his birthday so I can stop shopping.
Or you can have $40,000.
What? I'm sorry, what?
$40,000. Or the scooter.
Hold on. Did I just hear you say you would give me $40,000?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Just take a second. So, my choices are I could have this little $10 scooter that's meant for ages 30 months and up, or $40,000 in cold, hard cash.
Yeah.
Which could help a lot of people. But it's entirely possible that Scooter is homeless because he doesn't have any parents and has nowhere to go. Which leads me to believe that Scooter actually has a chance of being dead. Because if he were homeless, he would have been completely exposed to the weather. Florida is very well known to have very bad weather conditions sometimes, and having wild animals such as alligators. And this means that he might have died from either the weather or a wild animal. Or hopefully someone took him in. He could be living in some other place such as Camille's house because of SML movie Scooter's parents, where at the end of the video Camille is seen taking in Scooter, mistaking him for his daughter Heidi because they were dressed similar. Or he could even be living at Walmart because in past videos he's obsessed with Walmart, and Scooter is always seen riding around in a Walmart shopping cart and he's always obsessed with going there. And it's possible Brooklyn guy works at Walmart because he works almost every single job, so it's possible that he's taking care of Scooter in Walmart in secret. But my last theory is that Scooter could be in jail serving prison time because in SML movie Jeffy's Yes Day, Brooklyn guy arrested Scooter because he was trying to steal. And coincidentally, this was also his last appearance in SML.
Really? You were trying to steal this?
You caught me.
Alright, you're under arrest. Come on.
Whoopsie daisy.
Wow, Scooter got arrested for trying to shoplift, Jeff.
But now, what about Screwball? Well, going under the assumption that Nancy could still be alive and return for Jeffy's 20th birthday, we can also assume that Screwball could be working with Nancy for a better and bigger plan to kidnap Jeffy. But what if Screwball is actually in prison because of his crimes? For example, in SML movie Black Yoshi's in Trouble, Screwball is seen in court for different types of crimes.
I'm sorry. Alright, Screwball.
One of them by breaking and entering by hiding out in people's houses, as seen in SML movie Junior's Candy Bar, when he is found by Brooklyn Guy hiding behind Junior's lamp, and Screwball seems unfazed when he's found, as this might have happened before. So could he be hiding in someone's house? Well, it could be possible that he's dead. If you think about it, Screwball hasn't had a very good life, since in SML movie Jeffy gets arrested. In an Addictions Anonymous meeting, Screwball says he's addicted to every substance.
Hi everyone, my name's Screwball. I'm addicted to every substance under the sun.
And with all of those things in the world, it's possible that he could have died from an overdose. So let that be a lesson. Don't be like Screwball, and let's just stay far away from that stuff. But now, what about Camille? Camille as in camel, Habib Habab as in corn on the cob.
My name is Camille Habib Habab. Camille as in camel, Habib Habab as in corn on the cob.
My first theory is that he got fired from his jobs. In multiple videos, Camille is seen working customer support jobs, and every time Marvin calls tech support, Camille is the one who answers the phone. Kinda like how Brooklyn Guy works a lot of the in-person jobs, Camille works a lot of the over-the-phone jobs, which leads me to believe that he could have gotten fired from his tech support jobs for not being able to do them correctly. And because of that, he slowly fades away after these videos, which leads me to my next theory, which is that Camille could have moved to the Middle East with his family after losing his daughter in SML movie Scooter's parents, and mistakenly took Scooter instead.
Yeah, just take your daughter with you. Here she is.
Alright, come on Heidi, let's go home and sing karaoke.
And we can assume that since Camille has had his family back, or at least he thought so, he could have moved to the Middle East after losing his jobs, because in the Middle East is where most camels are. And since in SML movie Dougie's Fried Chicken Cheetos, the Prince Abu Dhabi, and Camille appeared together, and we can assume that he probably went to Dubai after being tired from his tech support jobs. And now he lives in Dubai with the prince. But there's also a chance he got fired from the prince because they kept arguing.
You do this every time and embarrass me in front of my friends!
Or he could actually still be accepting doorknob payments. And since the last time we saw him do this was in 2020, we can assume that Marvin paid off his doorknobs in full, and Camille now calls other people. However, it's possibly got fired from that job too, because Mr. Krabs was the one who had to take Marvin's credit card information. Now let's worry about where Hansel is. Well, there's actually a few places he could be, but his story is crazy. He apparently knows aliens in the SML universe, and he's actually not crazy like most people think. And he was first introduced as a crazy hobo in SML movie The Hobo Problem.
Hey! Don't be sorry. Hey, you remember me?
Oh,
I gave you the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild.
And the $20 and the cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger man.
But it's later revealed in The Alien that he might not be entirely crazy after all. In fact, he claims to have been abducted by aliens and they brainwashed him.
Nice hat. Why do you have tinfoil on your head?
Oh, there's so the aliens can't read my thoughts.
What, aliens? You believe in aliens?
Oh yeah, man, they took me up in their spaceship and they're flying saucer.
Oh, they took you in a flying saucer?
Yeah, and they tried to read my thoughts.
And at the end of the video, an alien appears and confirms Hansel's story, but nobody believed him.
You want from me?
You spoke to the homeless man behind a dumpster.
However, not being crazy doesn't make him immortal, because it's possible that since he's homeless, he actually died, and that's why we haven't seen him in so long. Because in SML movie The Dead Body, Hansel is run over by Mario's car while passed out drunk in the street.
Let go of the woman, Hey, what was that? What was that?
Oh no, Dad, you shouldn't let me drive.
Did we hit something? Jimmy!
What?
I ran over a homeless guy!
Why would you do that?
And for the rest of the video, they try to hide the fact that they killed him and almost went to jail because of it. But in reality, it was revealed that Hansel actually wasn't dead. He was just so drunk that he was passed out the entire time, and the car just went right over him. As well, in SML movie Black Yoshi's job interview, Hansel is seen being operated on by Brooklyn Guy and Black Yoshi, which gives us a lot of information that's important to him possibly being dead. And Brooklyn Guy and Black Yoshi were trying to give Hansel a brain transplant, and it's possible that his excessive drinking may have caused brain damage. But hopefully he's not dead, but instead is alive and is just living in someone's house or maybe even in a trash can, even though that's wrong, but hopefully he's alive. And we did see in SML movies Junior's stinky friend, Stuck, and Jevy's Country that he's seen living in Junior's house and being taken in by Junior because he felt bad for him and just hiding in different places. So I'm hoping that he's hiding out somewhere and that he's okay, and hopefully he'll get off the street one day and get over his addiction. But now, what about Rosalina's parents, who are aliens, after they last appeared in SML movie The Ancient Egg? My first theory is that they're blowing up planets, because in Turkey Tyranny, the turkey that was supposed to be pardoned attacked the president, and then the president gets so mad that all turkeys are made illegal, and Brooklyn Guy then barges into Junior's house and destroys their turkey because it's now illegal. However, Rosalina's parents won't take this well and threaten to destroy the earth if they don't have a traditional Thanksgiving with turkey.
Did Chef Pee-Pee get the turkey?
I don't know, he said he was gonna go get one.
Oh no.
Mario, my daughter did tell you that if you don't get a turkey, then I'm gonna kill everybody.
Yes, she informed me.
And I do mean everybody.
And eventually they got the turkey illegally and saved the Earth. And so, since the aliens didn't destroy Earth, they could have gone to other galaxies or solar systems and blew up other planets when they weren't able to get what they wanted, and then would kill everyone on that planet, which is weird because they're literally Rose's parents and Rose probably knows about this. But it's also possible that they're constantly watching the Earth, because in SML movie The Meteor, there was a scene with the aliens where they were looking over the Earth, but an alert goes off in their spaceship that the humans have found a meteor, and they decided it would be worth it to go to Earth and steal it.
You hear that? A spaceship detecting that humans have found a meteor! Yeah, it's gonna be worth 7 blood tokens! We can be rich!
My next theory is that the aliens could be in jail because the main alien's wife went to jail in SML movie The Restraining Order after she saved Chef Pee-Pee from choking to death. However, Chef Pee-Pee had a restraining order which they thought said people from Earth, but then Brooklyn Guy found out it said nobody on the planet Earth is to get within 10 feet of Chef Pee-Pee. Or something that's a lot more interesting is that the aliens could actually still be living on Earth, but we just don't realize it. For example, one of the characters that could be the aliens in disguise could be Crush because of his pitch black eyes and weird dialogue. And I'm not gonna lie, Crush is so stereotypical that an alien would probably try to act like him just to make sure they don't get recognized.
Oh, of course not, man. I got it right up here in my noggin.
Well, you should say it in your head real quick just to make sure you still remember it.
Okay. 4922.
And my last theory is that the aliens don't visit Earth because it's really dangerous for them, as seen in SML movie The Baby Alien. After Junior and Jeffy find an egg, which later turns out to be an alien, and later in the video, the CIA gets called and actively tries to kill that alien. So after this, the aliens probably would have realized that the Earth is not a safe place for them anymore because people like the CIA would actively try to find them. But what happened to the rest of Jeffy's pets? His first ever pet was his hamster, who first appeared in SML movie Jeffy's Pet, and I actually know where he is because of a vlog on Chili's channel titled What Happened to Jeffy's Hamster, where Chili explained that when she and Logan went out of town, Tito, who is Chili's brother, was in charge of all of their pets. But when Tito let the dogs out, one of them literally ate the hamster.
They got him. Snowball, okay? He was running, skippering like a little mouse, right? And then she got him in his mouth, and then I went upstairs, I caught her, and then when I caught her, she looked at me and she swallowed that thing. Oh, she didn't chew it, she didn't lick it, alright? That thing went down her mouth.
The next pet is Jeffy's tiger, who first appeared in SML movie Jeffy's Pet Tiger. My theory is that the zookeepers had to put the tiger back in the wild, since Joe Exotic, the person who was selling the tigers in the first place, was probably illegally selling them. Or instead, they took him back to the zoo if the tiger was originally stolen by Joe Exotic or Jeffy. The next pet Jeffy has is a more recent one, and it's Booger, who last appeared in SML movie Jeffy's Pet Dolphin. However, since this pet is literally Charlie the Lone Dolphin, and he's appeared after this video, we know what he's still doing. He's still roaming the streets and committing crimes, doing his shady deals, and hopefully one day he'll change. But his next pet is the shark puppet in SML movie Jeffy's Pet Shark, and my theory is that after Jeffy put the shark back in the ocean, we'll just never see him again, and it was probably really just a collaboration, and so he's never coming back. But what happened to Junior's dad? His last appearance was in SML movie Junior Kidnaps Penelope, and he doesn't even appear that often, and you could technically say that he didn't really appear in Junior Kidnaps Penelope, and he was there just for a joke. And the first time that we see the version of Bowser that we all know is in SML movie Bowser's Biggest Fear, and it seems like Charlie was new at the time, as Bowser said time to watch my soap operas instead of time to watch Charlie and Friends.
Man, I love sitting and relaxing after a long day of yelling at people. Finally get to watch my soap operas.
Charlie and Friends was filmed in front of a live audience.
And since this video was uploaded in 2013, that means that the Charlie and Friends show has probably been going on for 11 straight years. It could have been going even more before that, and this becomes very important when we look at SML movie Bowser Jr.'s 11th birthday, where Junior was knocked out and brought into a dream, where we see what life would be like if Junior never existed. And since Junior never existed, Bowser was never interrupted from watching Charlie and Friends and watched TV every day until he literally laughed himself to death. And my theory is now that Junior is older, Bowser can just be alone literally all day without interruption, which was shown in Junior's 11th birthday. But I have another theory that's more of a real life reason as to why the SML crew isn't using Bowser anymore, and that's because he turned into Braxton. If you remember the most important SML video of all time, at least in my opinion, SML movie The Human Potion, Cody made a potion that made the characters that we all knew turn into human versions of themselves. And it's kind of weird that after they turned Bowser into Braxton, they stopped using him as a character so much, which could mean that Logan didn't really like Braxton's design too much, and now it's harder to use him, to the point where they don't really want to use him as much anymore. But there's also a second in real life reason that Bowser's not appearing in videos, and it's because the voice actor Lavelle is slowly appearing less as other characters, including Bowser, Joseph, and Chef Pee-Pee. But one of the reasons is that he now has a kid, which of course he'll have to take care of and be a good father for, so that could explain why he's appearing less in the videos. But for another one of Lavelle's characters, what happened to Toad? Well, one of the reasons for his absence actually could be because of his rap career. If you remember SML movie Jeffy the Rapper, Toad had beef with Jeffy because he was apparently stealing his thunder, so he decided to choose violence and did a drive-by on Jeffy. And it was possible that this type of lifestyle led Toad straight to jail, with him probably being sentenced to hundreds or thousands of years in prison because of all the charges that add up over time, which means that he's either in jail right now or he could be hiding from the cops. Or if his crimes haven't been persecuted yet or found out by the police, Toad could actually be on tour, since we know he's a famous rapper and he's been making rap videos for years now, with iconic songs such as Milk and Cookies, Escalade, and Bubbles in the Tub. But since Toad made Jeffy's rap career non-existent, it seems to be that there aren't any other rappers competing with him, so it's possible that Toad's success is what caused him to go on tour, not only by himself, but it's possible that he's going on tour with one of his old rap friends, Ray Cheesy. But it could also be that Toad is going on tour and he has so much fame and money that he can't spend as much time with his friends because he's busy doing his tour. And it's possible that Toad grew his ego and personality to the point where he thinks he's better than his friends and he ditched them to go hang out with other celebrities. As well, because of Toad's success, it could have also caused him to fall back on his gambling addiction. So it's possible that Toad now blows all his money at the casinos that he visits after touring all over the world while performing in concerts. And it's also possible that Toad made some new enemies because of his fame and success, in the same way that him and Jeffy were enemies, as seen in his past relationships with other characters such as Shrek, Black Yoshi, and Mama Luigi, who at some point got revenge on Toad because of his actions.
Today is not your lucky day. You touched my nickel! So you like touching nickels, huh?
Look, I didn't know it belonged to you!
Oh, I'll show you!
I think I'm in the mood to shoot some hoops.
Perfect.
Come here.
Wait, what?
Slam dunk time!
Wait, what?
And what about Peach. After her last appearance in 2016, one of the reasons for Peach's absence is obviously because of the cease and desist letter, which made Logan switch from Nintendo's characters to their own official SML puppets so that they don't get into conflict with Nintendo. But since Peach wasn't really a main character, it's possible that they forgot about her and moved on from her character and now focus more on Rose. Another possible reason for Peach's absence could be because Peach moved on with another character, and that character could be Luigi, since both Luigi and Peach haven't been seen in a long time. So it's possible that since Marvin got together with Rose, Peach got with Mario's brother Luigi, which is all kinds of wrong, and they decided to run away together. But another possibility could be that she died, because in SML movie Jeffy's New Toy, in Mario's mail, Bowser emails Mario saying that he kidnapped Peach and asking if he cares. But he paid no attention to this email and probably forgot about Peach, leaving Bowser to not care about Peach, and then she could have passed away in captivity because Mario and Bowser don't really do the whole hero and villain thing anymore. Or it's also possible that the fact that Peach's voice actor Chili isn't really helping with the SML videos in terms of voice acting right now, so then they're not gonna bring back Peach unless maybe Elena could voice Peach, but then what, Rose and Peach are gonna have the same voice, so I see why they haven't really brought her back. But what happened to Chef Pee-Pee's kids, Chaz and Junior Jr.? Well, they're the kids of both Cody Jr. and Chef Pee-Pee and a weird messed up machine in SML movie Chef Pee-Pee's Kids. And when a parent is unfit for their job to take care of the children, the kids do need to find new homes, and typically when a child is removed from their home, CPS will work to find a suitable placement for the child, which could be with relatives, or in foster care, or in a group home, or somewhere. Well, their grandparents, King Strongbottom and Queen Strongbottom, who I'm hoping exists, I wonder if there's a Queen Strongbottom, they could have actually taken in Chef Pee-Pee's kids because it seems that King Strongbottom was disappointed with Chef Pee-Pee, and so now he's taking care of Chef Pee-Pee's kids like they were his own kids, and so it's possible that they have a good family and home now. But where is my boy Patrick? He still shows up every now and then, but what is he doing? Well, my first theory is that Clarissa Fitzpatrick, Patrick's mom, locked Patrick constantly in a cage because of how crazy he is. As seen in SML movie The Magical Button, to keep Patrick from doing anything bad, it seems that she put him in a cage while she's cleaning up, which is messed up.
Crazy toys! Mommy! Mommy, why are you sleeping?
Or when his mom abandons him, he could get lost and not find his way home for a few weeks or months, as seen in SML movie Black Yoshi's Job Interview, where Patrick calls the police and claims that his mom dropped him off at the park at night and drove off.
Hello, is this the police?
Yeah, what's up?
My mommy dropped me off in this park and then she drove away.
Okay, where you at?
I just told you I'm at a park.
Which park?
I don't know, there's a lot of trees. Oh look, there's a coyote over there. Oh hey, Mr. Coyote. I think he wants to play with me.
And apparently he spotted a coyote approaching him, and he gets killed by the coyote and the call ends, meaning that something must have happened to Patrick and nobody really knows exactly where he is, and he could just keep getting lost while trying to find his way home. But what happened to Thomas? Junior doesn't play with Thomas anymore. In older videos, Junior was obsessed with Thomas, and the big reason for Junior not playing with Thomas could be that Junior is simply growing up. But if you remember from the older days, every time he hung out with Joseph and Cody, it was to play trains, and since Junior never really let Cody or Joseph play with his toys, it could have caused them to threaten to leave if they didn't do something they could all play with. And another possible reason for Junior stopping playing with Thomas could be because Thomas ran away after being brought to life in SML movie Awaken. It's possible that he ran away and kept screaming until he either died or maybe he's still alive and changed his thoughts about dying.
Choo choo!
Guys, Thomas is alive!
Dude, that's so sick! Choo choo!
Well, come on out, Thomas.
Choo choo! Oh, Junior, I think he's in pain.
He's not in pain, he loves his life.
Kill me! I'm supposed to be a toy! What is this world?
Oh, Thomas, you're a real train now. You can be a train.
Kill me! Junior, I think maybe we should kill him.
No, he's happy.
Kill me! Choo-choo!
But here's the thing, in SML movie Jevy's Yes Day, instead of the Thomas we all know and love, we saw All Engines Go Thomas, which is a rebrand of the original Thomas, which a lot of the Thomas community didn't like because of its rebrand. Which could be another possibility for why Junior stopped playing with Thomas, because he's a kid and he's not a fan of the rebrand. But there's another possibility, and it could be that Junior is actually traumatized after what happened in SML movie Bowser Jr. Goes to Military School Part 2, and after seeing his toy that he loved burned in front of him, Junior could have PTSD and now has flashbacks or nightmares of Thomas talking to him.
Thinks he can, he thinks he can, he thinks he can. Look at him.
Please don't put Thomas. No, not Thomas. Please, not Thomas. No.
And by playing with Thomas less and less, it could help him to forget about the memory of what happened in military school. But what about my boy Billy? In his first appearance in SML movie Saw, he stayed at Marvin's house, but at the end of the video, it's revealed that he's never going to leave, but then leaves after Jeffy gives him his tricycle so that he can go somewhere else.
Alright, Billy, you ready to go down the stairs?
Best day ever.
Alright, here you go.
But I think after what happened in Billy's Revenge, it's possible he could be living inside of Marvin's house and hiding in the secret room. Because right when Brooklyn Guy saves Goodman, you can see the door frame, which is similar to the closet inside Marvin's house. Or instead of Billy hiding, he could actually be teaming up with Dr. Finkelshitz to help with his issue for the cure for AIDS. But knowing Billy, he probably is still giving people AIDS to ruin their lives just so that they have to get the cure, and it could be possible that people just can't get the cure because Goodman was the one who funded the research. So Goodman could be selling the cure for very high amounts of money because he has been shown to be greedy, and so Billy could actually be ruining people's lives with AIDS because of Goodman's greed. However, Billy could have also been arrested because in SML movie The Monster Mash, a character that looks like Billy, who could be a clone maybe, is seen with a red tricycle. And so it's possible that this Billy, who could be known as Jigsaw, stole Billy's tricycle, and when trying to retrieve it, Billy could have gotten arrested for some reason. And we talked about Jeffy's dog, but what about Brooklyn Guy's dog, Officer Cuddlesworth? He last appeared at the end of SML movie The Cop Bet, where he won $20,000 because he made more arrests than Brooklyn Guy and Simmons, with 15 arrests.
Officer Cuddlesworth made a whopping 15 arrests. Here's your money, boy.
My first theory is that what happens to a lot of dogs is that Officer Cuddlesworth ran away and could have gotten lost. He is a dog, and if you've had a dog that's escaped before, you'll know that they can run away fast. And we can theorize that during an arrest, Officer Cuddlesworth got distracted, for example by a squirrel, and chased it until Brooklyn Guy lost him and couldn't find him. But another theory is that Officer Cuddlesworth could have actually died while being taken care of by Junior or Marvin. Think about it. Every time they get assigned to take care of something, they always end up messing it up, which leads to whatever was taken care of being killed or destroyed, which could sadly have happened to Officer Cuddlesworth, where Brooklyn Guy dropped him off and either Junior or Marvin or someone else didn't take proper care of him, and it ended up in him getting lost or dying. My last theory is that Officer Cuddlesworth could have actually got injured and had puppies because of SML movie Goodman's Cat. To try and get the cat out of the dresser next to the couch, Brooklyn Guy comes and uses many options to try and get the cat out, with one of them being a dog called Killer to scare it out of the dresser.
Alright, I got this dog. His name is Killer.
How is that dog gonna help get the cat out?
Like this.
Sick him! Get him! Tear him apart! Fuck him up! Rip his head off!
Humanely!
Yeah, humanely rip his head off!
Get the dog out! Listen, I want the cat alive, I don't want you to kill it.
And since Killer looks identical to Officer Cuddlesworth, it could be possible that he's one of Officer Cuddlesworth's puppies. But what happened to my boy PJ Crenshaw? Jammy Jams Crenshaw, Parajammy's Crenshaw. He last appeared in SML movie Junior's Big Playtime 2, where he acted as the owner of PJ's PJs during his playtime with Junior, Joseph Cody, and the others. And my first theory about where he is that he's getting homeschooled, because he used to be homeschooled, and so now he could just go back to being homeschooled. Another theory is that PJ Crenshaw started his own kids club and dropped out of school to pursue that as a business. And the reason I say this is because he wanted to make his own club after not being accepted at first to Jeffy's Club in SML movie Jeffy's Club.
Now ladies, calm down. I'm sure there's just been some kind of misunderstanding, because PJ is on every list. Yeah, well, you're not on this list. Listen, bro, if you don't let me into this club right now, no girl is ever gonna come here ever again. No, I understand that, but I have very strict instructions not to let anybody in unless they're on the list.
And since he's well known, he could have easily created his own kids club and dropped out of school to pursue his business, probably making a lot of money. Or instead, he made his own PJ's business, as seen in SML movie Junior's Big Playtime 2.
Guys, I trusted you with my brand. If this keeps up, I'm gonna have to find another firm.
Oh, no need to do that, Mr. PJ. We'll figure out a way to get your sales up.
And my last theory is a little bit of a stretch, but Roy could have kidnapped PJ because they had beef in the past, and maybe Roy planned on getting some revenge on PJ, and maybe something happened to them both, and that's why we don't see them anymore, because during the kidnap attempt, something bad happened to Roy, or the cops came and arrested him, and PJ might have moved away to hide from Roy with a witness protection program, or something happened. Something bad could have happened to Roy if he tried to kidnap PJ. But what happened to JF's grandparents, Martha and Pappy? They made their debut and last appearance in SML movie Jeffy's Grandparents, and my first theory is that they passed away, and the reason I say this is not to be mean, but they're very old and seem not to really take care of themselves. In the video, you can see how both Martha and Pappy are worried more about their cats than Jeffy and themselves. They also seemed crazy enough to harm each other, and since Jeffy ran away, who knows what they could have decided to do if they didn't have enough spam for their cats. Or they could have just passed away from natural causes soon after the video. And my second theory is that both Martha and Pappy got arrested for possibly murdering their caretakers and feeding them to their cats. Because in SML movie Jeffy's Grandparents, when Martha sees Brooklyn Guy, she proceeds to say that Brooklyn Guy doesn't have a warrant.
Hello ma'am, I'm Brooklyn T. Guy with the police department.
You ain't got a warrant!
No ma'am, I don't have a warrant. That's not why I'm here.
Maybe because she had bad experiences in the past with cops entering their house forcefully. However, what if she's secretly hiding something that she doesn't want Brooklyn Guy to see in the house? Possibly their previous caretakers, which they could have fed to their cats. And if they did have caretakers who ended up dying, the neighbors could have reported to the police suspicious activities, or maybe a really bad smell coming from the house, and now they're in jail or have passed away in jail. And my last theory on this is that Martha and Pappy never existed and were just a nightmare of something in the past that could have happened to Jeffy, which could be the reason for their only appearance being in one SML movie. This all could have just been a nightmare based on what happened in SML movie Jeffy's Foster Home, where Jeffy imagines himself as his own grandparents, and that could be the reason why both videos are weirdly similar. And so it's possible his grandparents never really existed. But let me know down in the comments your theories about what's happened to every character mentioned in this video. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and click on this video here.